Welcome to Learners Hub Vellore. Now, here I am with the next lesson of economics, sectors of Indian economy. This comes as the second lesson of economics of class 10 CBSE. So, this lesson will be shared in 6 parts. So, let us start with the first part. Learners Hub Vellore welcomes you. Economics shows the way to develop, or economics is, in another words, we can call it as development. Learn and write in points. This is the best method to score. So contents of the first part will be sectors of economic activities: primary sector, secondary sector, tertiary sector. And the next one will be how is tertiary sector also called as service sector. Primary sector, there are many activities that are undertaken by directly using natural resources. For example, for cultivation, we depend on land. In dairy farming, we depend on animals for milk. Minerals and iron ore and ores and different ores are taken from land. So here, the underlined words, you can understand the underlined words, land, animals, again land, everything comes under natural resources. So many activities which undertake from the natural resources are from natural resources we get many things. Those things come under primary sector. Next, the same thing is shown in pictures. For the cultivation of cotton, we depend on land. In dairy farming, we depend on animals. Minerals and ores are taken from land. Why do we call the first sector as a primary sector? This can be a 3-mark question. When we produce a good by exploiting the natural resource, it is an activity of primary sector. We call it as primary sector because it forms the base for all other products that we make. Why is primary sector called as agricultural sector? Since most of the natural products we get are from agriculture, dairy, fishing, forestry, this sector is also called as agriculture and related sector. So you can see here agriculture, dairy farming. For dairy farming, where do we get the fodder for animals? We do get it from agriculture only. Forestry is also a part of agriculture. So most of that comes under agriculture, and so it is called as agriculture and related sector. So the pictures are shared here. The first one is fishing. The second one is agriculture. Now coming to the secondary sector. The secondary sector covers activities in which natural products are changed into other forms through manufacturing. This is the next step after primary. That means we get agricultural products. Now here cotton. Cotton is taken to the secondary sector where it is manufactured into thread. So the manufacturing process comes in the secondary sector. Okay. I have shared some pictures. The first one is sugarcane. It comes from a primary sector, that is agricultural sector. That sugarcane juice is taken to the industry where it is made into good. The same thing I have taken in the second picture. See the second one. The same sugarcane is made into good with the help of humans. So man makes it. So here where the man makes it, it comes under small scale industry, Whereas here, where machines are used, it comes under a large scale industry. We can take like that. So next one, secondary sector. There are a few more examples which are shared. Why I share in pictures is you will easily remember them. That is why it is shared like that. Tea leaves are taken to the processing unit, and finally from there it is made into packets, and those packets are sold. Cotton is taken to the textile industry where it is converted into cloth, and that cloth is further made into the clothes what we use. Now we are going with the second part only, primary and secondary. Now we are just concentrating on secondary there. Secondary sector gradually becomes associated with different kinds of industries, and hence it is called as industrial sector. The final sector is the tertiary sector. The third category of activities fall under tertiary sector. These activities help in the development of primary and secondary sector. So these activities help in the development of primary and secondary. So agriculture, we take example, the agricultural produce is taken to the factory. From the factory, it is coming to us as tea bags, tea packets. So the tea leaf, final one is the tea packet. So all that, who is helping? Both the first two sectors are getting help from the tertiary sector. So what is the tertiary sector? We will see here. All the underlined words are the works which are done by the secondary sector. Now here, goods produced in the primary or secondary sector should be transported by trucks or trains and then sold in wholesale and retail shops. It may be necessary to store these in godowns. We may need to talk over telephone or send letters to borrow money from banks to help in production and trade. So I will come again slowly with an example. Cotton. Don't want cotton. We will go with wheat or rice. Take up rice. Rice is cultivated in under the primary sector. That rice is now made into sacks of rice. So many sacks, say 100 sacks, a farmer makes sacks of rice. Now these 100 sacks, he cannot keep it with himself. He need to sell it. How does he do? He transports that 100 sacks. We can't say 100 also he will sell. He will just keep 10 for himself and the rest 90 he will sell. So those 90 will be boarded onto the truck, and those trucks and that truck will be sent to the wholesale or retail shops. Okay, the wholesaler buys it. He has to store those bags, right? 90 bags, where can he store? This storage is done in godowns. It might be government godown or a private godown. Depends on that where he is selling or where the buying takes place. Now, the wholesaler buys all these rice bags. Now, these rice bags should be sold to the retail shops. As soon as he gets the rice, he will be calling over telephone or sending mail or sending SMS or sending WhatsApp text message. So all that comes under communication, telling that I have got 90 bags of rice. If you want, you can get it from me for wholesale. I can give you for so and so cost. So all these are communication, right? And okay. Now you can take like this. The wholesaler, he has money, he buys it. The retailer, he needs rice, but he doesn't have money. So what he goes? He goes to the bank and gets some loan. So depending on the loan, he can go and buy it from the wholesaler and take it back and do business and return the money to the bank. So all that comes under here. So I think you understand. Transport, shop, storage, talking means here communication, banks for giving money or storing money or saving money, and trade. Trade means business, how the business carries on. So here, the pictures you will understand more. Trains, if it is a goods train, definitely it will, the goods train will take goods from one place to another. So here The second picture shows you a harbor. This is a picture of an harbor. Why I have taken you, this one is export and import. So export, whatever we have in excess, we sell it to other countries. Whatever we have in shortage, we get it from other countries. We buy from other countries. Where it happens? It happens in the harbors. So I have taken that picture. So here transport, you can see a carrier, a lorry, it is taking something around with the tarpaulin closed. Now the fourth picture, it is a storage. So this area is a storage area. It can be called as a warehouse. So banking. The last one is communication. You can see so many types of communication which are available right now. Yes. Next. How is tertiary sector also called service sector? Children, now this is the time of COVID. Now we are under lockdown. Primary doesn't work out, secondary doesn't work out. And tertiary, this is really very important at this stage. So you will understand the importance of tertiary right now. Communication alone is going on. Transport is like totally off. So you understand from where we are getting the vegetables. There is the total transport is like fully shut down. So you understand no, how much it is difficult. So coming here, tertiary sector also is called as service sector. Transport, storage, communication, banking, trade are some of the examples. These activities generate services rather than goods, and hence it is called as service sector. How do you say? What do you mean by goods? Something you can have it on your hand or something you can see. Rice you can see, you can take it in your hand and see, right? So that comes under goods. Now take the work of a doctor. Can you take something and show what does a doctor do? Doctor gives away the service. The teacher teaches. The teacher gives away a service. So you can understand now what is a service and what is goods. What are goods? Now tertiary sector gives most of the services only. So it is called as service sector. This can be another 3-mark question, children. Service sector includes essential services that may not be directly helpful in production of goods. So example, teachers, doctors, washermen, barbers, cobblers, lawyers, and people who do administrative and accounting works. New services like internet cafe, ATM booths, call centers, software companies, etc. All this comes under service sector. So the people who give services come under the service sector, and that comes under tertiary sector. Tertiary sector is also called as service sector. Now I think you can understand. See the picture of a doctor, a picture of a teacher, and an ATM booth. All these are coming under tertiary. Okay, children? By this, we have come to the end of the first part of the lesson. Knowledge increases surely if you practice. If you like, please share, subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. Happy learning, children. Thank you very much.